let's see how we can add this wall thickness to this room now. Obviously, the target is supposed to get familiar with few more editing tools. Say, for example, intersect, or you can have one more possibility of extend, that is edges. So let's see them one by one. First of all, I have to copy the objects. So what this time I'm going to do is, remember, there's no possibility I can use the offset tool and try to, those who know AutoCAD, obviously for them, because in AutoCAD you have a habit of offsetting these object outside on all the four sides, and then that's create a wall. But that's not possible in ArchiCAD because itself, ArchiCAD never promotes to use 2D tool to draw the wall. You have a wall tool specially which is designed, but as I'm telling you that this is just a beginning, and I just want to make you familiar with the drafting and editing techniques first of all. So let's select one of the segment, but be careful, arrow tool is selected. You can single click on one object, and how I can copy this, you know it very well now that you can use the hotkey as a control shift D. Okay, so drag a copy. So I can give a base point, right? So with the check mark I have clicked, and I'm just dragging now exactly horizontal. Now be careful, my actually targeted distance is just 230, but you don't drag the mouse too close because sometimes you will not able to get the accuracy for the direction. So it's better you should try to drag it away from the object and get some proper accuracy of the direction. That is my exact 180 degree was locked. You can see the tracker shows that 180 degree is the direction which we have locked, and then I'm going to type 230. So okay, so moment I type this and enter, you can see my wall was that is my line was copied, and which is resembling like a wall thickness. Now other possibility that I can similarly copy this line also. So let's a very quick, so just single click on this object, it will get selected. So no need of deselecting the earlier object. You just single click, it will get selected, because the earlier will get deselected, this will get selected. And I'm just going to say Control Shift D again. And this time again, I'm going to drag as I've told you. And in case if you realize that you are not able to get that exact 0 or 90 and all that direction as per your choice, hold Shift key and get the benefit of that also. So sometimes you have to, in case if it is not working, holding the Shift and then pressing D will also solve your issue. Okay, so this time I'm going to type again 230. Okay, that's it. So please try this much of thing, and then I'm going to explain how can I complete this corner. Okay, so there are different possibilities. The first possibility which I'll explain, but make sure before you proceed, you have already done this much of exercise. So you can have a pause to this clip, and then you can complete your work, and then come again and join from here. Okay, so hopefully you have succeeded to complete the similar thing on my the way my screen shows. Now let's try to a little bit zoom inside, and I'm going to show you something now interesting point, that how to edit the line for some other possibilities, like the way we have seen that you have to, if I want to move the line or copy the line, I'm using the particular command. What else ArchiCAD offers? ArchiCAD really offers a very interesting option known as a pet palette, which already I have little bit explained in the earlier line tool drafting. But let's see how it actually works when you talk about the editing. So now you can see there are two black nodes at the end of the line segment. So, and they are solid. So solid black nodes. So to work with these nodes, for example, if I click on this node, make sure no other activity I have loaded. That is, I'm not with the drag command or copy command, nothing. No command was given, only the object was selected. And when I click on the node with the check mark, either of the node where you want to start the editing process, then you will see what is our target. My target was to lengthen this segment or extend this segment up to this particular line. Okay, so this is, and then afterwards I'm going to extend this line and take it and intersect this to get on a corner. Then you'll see, is there is no possibility that I can select two of them and just quickly do the intersect? Yes, you can, but let's try to work for one possibility, then we'll talk about the other also. So here I'm going to click first of all on the node, and you will realize moment you click on this node with a check mark, you will get the pet palette somewhere floating on your screen. In my case, it is floating and resting almost on the upper left corner. You may get it somewhere here or here. Don't get worried. You just have to push it and place it somewhere in a such a way that in future it will get loaded over there. Normally I keep it over here. So what happened? My drawing area is not getting hampered by the pet palette. Now, what is the beauty of the pet palette? That pet palette will, on its own, will decide. ArchiCAD will actually give you the possibilities of how this selected object or objects can be get edited for that selected location. Okay, because we have clicked on this endpoint. No? So ArchiCAD is saying, okay, these are the possibilities. You can edit the object. So see the smartness of the software. That software itself identify that what can be done for this object, and you can choose out of that. For example, the first option is a drag. Second is to rotate, which we have to study. Then afterwards mirror. Obviously, again the same thing. Later we'll study that. Then you have a multiply and lengthen or stretch. Okay. So that's the reason the option was activated. If you want to change this, you can either click and get the required one, or otherwise you can press again say F from the keyboard this time. Remember, F is the key which will help you to go either one step ahead, that is in your pet palette you can scroll ahead, or Shift F can help you to one step back. Okay, so F is the hotkey again, remember, to activate the option in the pet palette. Okay, so if you read the prompt by keeping this last option activated stretch, it is written enter stretch to point. That means up to what length you want to stretch this. If you click randomly, you can see the distance and direction, both things are actually getting changed. Okay, but if you want to follow the exact horizontal direction and you want to go and get this object should be extended up to this vertical line, there are several possibilities. I'll hold the shift key. Okay, or otherwise, of course, if I hold the shift key, I can drag my mouse and I can touch to the same point. Can you see that it is written as a 230? So there's a one possibility. Or otherwise, I can just stay there, get a tracker, and then I can come down also and I can just check out. Okay, this is also another possibility, but then there is no accuracy. There's slight problem. You can see that circular dragging was done. So it's of no use. So I may not be interested to get this. So you can remove them. These what you say temporary track points. No, you can just remove them by restanding on the same location. So if instead of that corner to be selected, if I stay on this line, no, and if I stay there, and you will see the guideline appears, and now if I drag, you will get exactly the perpendicular sign. So you can check out, like if I just go and check out, now it is exactly the perpendicular and intersection point which I can achieve. So you just have to try that also. If it is working, right? So you can pick that point. So this becomes a total new length 4730, because earlier was 4500 plus 230. Okay, so that is supposed to be another possibility. So just follow whichever is comfortable for you, or otherwise you can type the distance also which you want to add, because after holding this shift, you remember it will be nothing but increment from the last point. If you hold a shift, the increment from the last point, and if you just drag, total length of the object. Okay, this is the total length. Now I can see 5000 and something, it is the total length. But if I hold a shift, from the last editing point, how much you have traveled, either on the positive, that is increment wise, or you want to decrease the length. So these are the things which you have to always read and be careful about that. Okay, so I might even touch to the end point and pick a point, and you will see that my line segment was exactly extended up to the vertical line, And what was the beauty that the pet palette was helping me, and moment I complete my command, the pet palette disappears because it's like a pet animal or favorite one, like it will be there as per your need and it will help you. Moment your work is done, it will disappear. Right? So please try this much of thing, because I understand this is slightly a different topic. In the next clip, probably we'll see how we can go ahead and complete or check one more possibility to improve this.